I say you don't just have a story, you have many. There are things God has done in your life. Things he healed you from. Things he saved you from. You've been holding it in. Testimonies that's meant to bless other people. It's not that a lot of y'all don't want to. Some of y'all just don't know where to start. But your life consists of many testimonies. Many stories. He want to challenge y'all today to tell at least one of them. I'm about to tell y'all a story. Not how God just saved me, but my entire family. In 2009, my aunt moved to Alabama. Following her, another aunt moved there. The rent prices were so cheap, it was like a migration. Next thing you know, one of my cousins moved there, then another cousin. And in 2010, I decided I was gonna move there. More families started to come. And the part of Alabama we lived in, it was so small. The library, courthouse, and a DMV is all in the same little building. So small, the nearest hospital was a few cities over. So many of us was now living there. We took up a whole street. It was like my aunt's house, then my house. Next door was my cousin's house. And next door to her was her sister's house. The house right off the connecting street was another cousin. Another auntie lived a street over. And being that we had each other, adapting wasn't the issue. But because we were new, the residents of that town had an issue adapting to us city folk. That whole city was tight-knitted. Everybody either knew each other or they've dated before. Every store or restaurant you went to, the people that worked in those places was all related. They didn't want us there at first. So after a year of being there, the original residents started drama with us. They just wanted to try and bully and pick fights with us. This one particular night, everybody was gathered at my house. We was playing cards, playing dominoes, all the kids was running around, music was playing, and one of my cousins was standing on the porch talking to her friend. She ended up stepping in and telling us it's a black car that just been sitting at the stop sign for like 15 minutes. But in the town we lived in, it wasn't suspicious. It wasn't uncommon. It's a town with not much traffic. You can sit at a stop sign for an hour, just doing absolutely nothing if you wanted to. We thought somebody was probably sitting in the car drinking. But then the car slowly turned. We didn't know it was like 4 people in the car till it approached. All it was a drive-by. These people pulled up with the windows down. It was shooting from the back seat and the front seat into my house. Everybody in the house scrambling because we didn't know what was going on or why. There was so many shots we couldn't keep count. And after they sped off, we went and checked on my cousin them on the porch. Y'all, not one of them got hit. And the lights was on. Nobody in the house got hit. There were bullet holes above the heads of where my children was playing. Bullet holes in the walls of where we were standing. And not one hair was harmed on us. We were unknowingly targeted, all because they didn't like our presence. So in that moment, God was present. And God said story this morning because there were a lot of times the enemy tried to take you out prematurely, all because he didn't want you to see this day. Those were situations God saved you from. You won't allow him to get the glory because you're too busy trying to keep it buried. Your life has more than one testimony, and every one of them is meant to bless somebody. Just like the Israelites, we have testimonies of God saving us from our enemies and testimonies of God saving us from ourselves. If testimonies were recorded of those in the Testament, why aren't we recording ours? They tell us in the Bible what God did for them, but we won't tell people what God did for us. God said, tell your story. Because if their stories in the Bible impacts us till this day, how impactful do you think yours gonna be? But y'all be blessed.